Hey everyone, welcome to Sangeeta Creates. In today's video, you need a sketchbook, a round brush, watercolor, pens, ball pens, and a black pen and sketch pens. Follow me on Sangeeta Creates on Instagram. Let's get started. In today's video, we'll be painting with pinks and purples. We're making wild flowers. We're starting off with a slightly light purple. That's how the color looks. You can create these flowers by simply pressing down your brush. For that, I would recommend that you move your book around. At least that's the case for me. I need to be able to move my book around to get the pressing down the brush technique right. But in today's video setup, I couldn't move the book around. Instead, I opted to draw out the water drop shape and paint them in. I'm not particular about the number of petals. It varies. You can make the edges curvier by simply going over it like so. You can make a slightly watered down version of the same flower using the same color. Keep a tissue on hand. Here I would recommend that you leave quite a bit of space so that you can incorporate all the other flowers that are going to come by soon. I'm using a hot pink. These flowers are tinier than the purple ones, and these do have only 4 petals. Using the same technique, some are light because it's watered down and some are darker. Using a maroonish pink color and drawing a medium-sized flower somewhere between the hot pink and the purple ones. I do not switch brushes throughout the video. I usually never do. It's very rare. Perhaps if I'm painting a background, I use a flat and a thicker brush, but otherwise I stick to just one brush. It's just one of my habits, I guess. So if you are following this tutorial, you would need only one brush, a round brush. Next, I'm using another pink, which is different, even though they look quite similar. I'm using just the edge of the brush to create the petals, since it's a relatively smaller flower. I created this DIY pastel color palette using a eyeshadow palette. I mixed colors with white in order to create it. With these pastel colors, I am creating small flowers. As the same curved shape, filling it in. Or simply just use the edge of your brush and press it down. As you can see, I have created these cluster of flowers all over the page. Tucking in the different flowers in between, over some of it, behind it. Using a darker purple. With this purple, I created some tiny ones and some big flowers. Take your time, observe it, let it dry. Then I'm using my Faber connector pens. If you do not have paints available, not to worry, you can create the same flowers using sketch pens as well. Create a water drop and color it in. But if you're mixing both watercolors and sketch pen, make sure that your watercolor flowers are completely dried down. With felt pen or sketch pen, I definitely made only tiny flowers because it gives you a lot of precision and you are far more comfortable making tinier flowers with sketch pens. I highly recommend these sketch pens because they never seem to run out of ink and I've had them for like 3 years. They are very affordable. They come in a large pack and your basics pack. They're easily available. And I love mixing up my supplies. That way it allows me to use all of them. You can stop at this step, or you can add a background using a watercolor pencil or a color pencil and finish the picture. But I'm extra always. I love leaves, so I decided to use Camlin brush pens. Use the tip to draw the center line and press down your nib completely to create these water drop like leaves. It's an easy hack to create leaves very quickly. Draw the curvy lines and lay the nib flat. The pointy end inside will give you this water drop leaves. These make amazing fillers. If the pointy side is outward, you get these kind of leaves. I highly recommend that you move the book around. Creating single leaves here. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment down below. Also don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Sangeeta Creates. Here I switched over to a purple brush pen. These brush pens are by Camlin. I went back to connector pens to add fillers again. Making fillers is my favorite thing when I am drawing flowers because the possibilities seem endless and I love creating new ones. These would make excellent wrapping paper, cards, bookmarks if you cut them up. I'm using a Camlin Tora ball pen. You can use any ball pen that you have. To create these hollow looking leaves, I did not color them in. Also, another reason I avoided the background is so that each of the element that I've put on this page stands out. Using a hot pink pen. The last and the final step is to use a black technical pen, preferably something that's waterproof. If not, a sketch pen works too. Outline the flowers. I did not outline all the flowers, I chose only some. And a leaf out of the whole lot. And that's how it looks. This is the completed page. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Please take time to have some art therapy, have fun, get creating. Lots of pen loving to you. Bye. See you soon.